What is up, guys? This is Lemillion Nation coming to you again with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that subscription button and let's get into My Hero Academia chapter 333 review. Alright, guys. Now, this chapter starts off with an internal monologue, right? Shigaraki, or All for One, whatever you want to call him right now, he's having a identity crisis. Yeah, what set me on edge, like nothing else, as he says, was the thought of New Order and One for All colluding, right? Now, it's not like we see Deku and Stars and Stripe actually fighting together, really, but it's just the thought of them being there. We see the two of them side by side, holding their fist out. Stars, her right fist, Deku, his left, right? Is he left-handed? I don't know. Anyways, we see the monologue continue. I put a stop to the safety commission and got my overseas associates to stir up trouble in order to delay the convergence of foreign heroes upon Japan. That's why I was stirring up so much trouble, both in Japan and outside of Japan as well, causing so much chaos, right? He did all that because he didn't want Deku and Star and Stripe working together, really, right? They're already such a nuisance working. Like, I mean, they by them just existing, they were such a nuisance in his plan, right? He was saying that he planned to perfect this body and steal One for All before challenging New Order. That's what he wanted, right? Because I mean, like, with New Order and One for All working together, and All for One working together, it'll be almost unstoppable. Everyone will be like ants, right? He's saying everyone else would be just like ants in his plan, like a big mama Goliath like thing stepping on ants, really, you know? Ants can harm a human, but can they really kill a human? Well, yeah, if you have a lot of them, they can kill a human, but a mammoth, not really, right? No, he's saying he's also grabbing onto Stars and Stripes' face while he's saying all of this, right? Remember that he has the hole in his hand where he can take out. I mean, like, look at that. He can actually take out the essence of quirks. This reminds me of Blackbeard. He puts a blanket all over Devil Fruit users, right? And then he does something. I wonder if he has a hole in his hand as well. Anyways, yeah. But he knew it or not, this most likely unsanctioned, free-spirited early visit of yours places incomplete body on the front lines, right? Was one scenario that I hated to imagine. That's what One for All, or Shiggy, whatever you want to call him, is actually saying right now. Right? He's saying that he was forced to make a gamble, right? But it seems like he won the gamble because he stole the quirk, and I mean, like, literally while he was stealing the quirk, he was decaying her body at the very same time. But we see Stars and Stripes say, "Rule, Kathleen Bates won't decay," right? That was what she was saying. I mean, and then we see the distressed pilot saying, "You total idiot! Like, she took the hit for my sake, right? She didn't want to kill the pilot, so she allowed herself to be grabbed by Shigaraki, right? I mean, Sergeant Stripe is saying right here, she's done for. It exceeded the cap of my endurance boost." That's what she's saying. She's saying that her power could not protect her from decay, right? Now we see Shigaraki saying, "I've stolen it. Idiot, you say? I have to agree there. Your body began decaying the moment I absorbed your quirk. Order requires those verbal commands, so you couldn't protect yourself as it was being stolen," right? So, as the quirk was being stolen, she couldn't mutter, as according to Shigaraki, she couldn't actually mutter the words in time, right? According to her, her power could not protect her overall from the decay. So I mean, like, either way, whether she wasn't in time or the power couldn't protect her, she didn't get to protect herself and she actually decayed, right? I mean, now we see him continue. Now we see All for One, at least the All for One dominant personality within Shigaraki talking, right? He's saying, "You thought I didn't realize there was more to the story? Wrong. He knew there was more to the story. He just didn't choose to go further beyond that, right? He knew where it would also go, so he chose to stop reading there, right? Now we see him try to use the quirk New Order. The ear is, and then boom, he's dragged right into the vestige world, and we see Stars and Stripes standing there, right? Now Shigaraki's body explodes. Boom, 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 boom. We see him exploding all around the ear, right? Tomura is bursting apart, right? Now what he's saying is, "What's going on? My quirks are exploding out. Hang on." I think that maybe Star, there was no time to blow him up with your plane, so I set a new rule at the last second. So I was saying that there was no time to blow up Shigaraki with the plane. Not that the plane wouldn't have killed Shigaraki, but probably she didn't have enough time to do it, right? But then there are other translations that says that even if she blew up the plane, it wouldn't have been enough to kill him, right? So now, Stars and Stripe actually set a rule at that time when she was about to blow up the plane, right? Revolt against other quirks, new order, right? No, I mean we see other quirks trying to hold on to Star and Stripe, this monstrous version of her, and she's destroying the other quirk. She's straight out destroying it, right? Kathleen Bates, sorry. The worst case would have been dying and having my quirk stolen outright. Sure, it would have been nice to protect my body too as an added bonus. That's too bad, right? But stopping this global menace in exchange for just my life, it's a small price to pay. That's what she was saying. Then we see the flashback of her on her comrades. She's actually thanking them so much, right? No, the pilot that she protected is saying stars. The backlash against my other quirks like cannibalistic invaders. This is dire. That's what Alpha One is actually saying. The pilot is actually realizing what's going on, right? Now Alpha One continues, I can only steal quirks or bestow them, right? I must give it away. The pilots, I'll force it on one of them. Now she's saying that, he's saying that he wants to actually give away the quirks to one of the pilots, right? He wants to give away a new order to one of the pilots. Do you think that he's gonna give it to one of the pilots, right? I mean, he was probably gonna give it to one of the pilots and then he'll get to escape, yeah? But what if he gives it to the normal? Then that normal couldn't fly anymore. It couldn't super regenerate. They could destroy it and destroy a new order then and there, so he couldn't get his hands on new order. New order has already taken out a couple quirks. Well, I mean, I only know about Reflect because she straight up destroyed Reflect. That is why the pilots can continuously shoot Shigaraki, right? And he can't do anything about it. He can't regenerate fast enough to stop all of that. Plus his body is being destroyed, right? As Stars and Stripe is there fighting from within himself. The pilots aren't wasting their time. They're firing the lasers all at him. And we see Stars and Stripes. It's like she's gonna separate Shigaraki and One for All from one another. I mean, like All for One from one another. It's like she's just tearing them apart. We see her, Kathleen Bates, right? Star and Stripes, decaying away, and she thanks All Might with her last breath, and she's saying that thank you so much, right? All Might, this is me returning the favor, right? She's stopping Shigaraki. She's stopping All for One, right? Then and there, right? Now we see All for One. He's in distress. He's in distress. He's saying, Spectre of All Might, curse you. I mean, and then we see the Nomu flying above where All for One and Shigaraki is being fired upon by the jets. I mean, I wonder what's gonna happen next chapter. He's gonna find a way out of this, you know? He's gonna find a way out of this. But he has to give away that quirk. He has to give away that quirk. I mean, maybe he's gonna give it to the Nomo and then they'll kill the Nomo, or maybe he's gonna give it to one of the pilots, and then the pilot will have new order, and then One for All will be All for One is so it will be so damaged, and so he has to retreat and get the body to 100%, right? Yeah. Probably is gonna try and steal it again without that order on it. I mean, maybe the order will remain on it regardless of anything, cause does the order cancel out? Nah, I don't think it cancels out, even if the user dies. Because I mean, like, Stars and Stripes straight up died, and the order is still set. It cannot be revoked. I don't think it can be revoked. Yeah, guys, so this is Lemillion Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my other videos. Thank you so much. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you think Star and Stripes will actually continue to destroy quirks until it destroys the All for One quirk? Or until it actually destroys the Decay quirk? Or until it actually destroys the Super Regeneration quirk? I want it to destroy one of those, yeah? Anyways, this is Lemillion Nation, signing out.